everybody, we're going to learn Angels and Fuselage. This song has only got two different chord progressions, and the first and second are very similar. The only difference is we're going to add one chord to the second chord progression that's not in the first. So, starting with the first chord progression, first thing we need to learn is put our pinky finger on the high D string on the 3rd fret, ring finger on the A string on the 3rd fret, and they sound like this when you hit them together. Now, we need to keep that pressed down just like I showed you, and the three chords we're going to need are the D, the A, and the E minor. And when we use the A and the E minor, we need to do the bar chord, one finger style A. Same thing with the E minor, one finger bar chord style. So, and we really need to concentrate on those bass notes before we hit the high notes, even though we're going to press down. So let's go with the D, A, E minor, D, A, E minor. Now, when we go from the E minor back to the D to start the progression over, we're going to hit those high notes that we're pressing down. So here's the reason you mash them down. D, A, E minor, high notes. D, A, E minor, hit the high notes. That's the first chord progression. Now, going to the second chord progression, it's exactly like the first, except but when you go from the A to the E minor, we're going to add a C chord in between. And we're really not going to worry about the high notes on the second chord progression. So let's go from the D, A, C, E minor, C, E minor. Alright, that's the second chord progression. We got most of the song now. Now, the reason I told you earlier in the lesson to go ahead and mash down the 3rd fret of the A and the D string is because this song starts out kind of quiet, really concentrating on the bass notes. But as the song progresses and we go through the first and second chord progression, and the song's really going to build up, and we're going to start hitting the high notes. So I'm going to play through it one time with the low notes, then start hitting the high notes. Kind of, I guess, give you the quiet version and build up to the, I guess, the loud version. So we go from a D, A, E minor. good majority of the song here. You got that part, you can pretty much fake it. So what we got left is a little rundown, and this is in the second chord progression, and we're going to go from the C to the E minor back to the G. So let's play it and then I'll explain it. D, A, so this little run we have here, and this is the final part of the song. We got the third fret of the G string mashed down, second fret of the G string, open G, now we go from that, we press the third fret of the D string. I'm sorry, that part didn't count. Alright, we do that part. Then we go from where our fingers on the third fret of the D to hitting the open G, to the second fret of the G, then to the D chord. There it is. Well, that's pretty much how the song ends. Kind of messed it up at the end. Hopefully you can get it from that lesson. If you have any questions, give me an email or a private message on 3 Dimes Down, and I'll be glad to help you out.